We're back. Oh yeah, I used the quick save, didn't I? Okay, it's not showing up on stream. Now it's showing up on stream. Excellent. How you doing, Ninja? Twitch also informed me that it's my affiliate anniversary. Which honestly means so little to me because, like, I got the affiliate invitation in... I remember I got it in February. It's been, what, like 3 years? 4 years? No, it'd be 3 years. I think we're on our 4th anniversary this year. It's like, we got that. I got the invitation to affiliate in February, and I spent like a month and a half debating if I even wanted it. So you feel like anniversary doesn't really matter to me. No, if it's in May, that was like 2 months or so. Yeah. How you doing, Ben? I was thinking that the 9th of February, no, 9th of May, I think. Let's get back into this. What a big cake. Don't worry, you still have time. The 9th indeed, yeah. Did I run out of potions? How are you guys doing? We're attacking the floating continent. I would have baked a cake, but I was asleep. No, you can still bake a cake, but I don't want to. Bake the cake, boy. Let me tell you again. So yeah, welcome to session 5. Chrono ruins everything. In all seriousness, I don't think you're actually allowed to send food overseas by post. In small quantities, right. I'll have none of that, Ninja. What are we on, Madween? Working on it. Fever. Raspin Osmos. Unicorn. Yeah, alright. I'll require, like, multiple very small cakes sent individually. Watch the customs documentaries. Boy, imagine how much Final Fantasy you could have played with that time. Go attack Terra now. God damn it. Each has a letter on it. But no instructions about which order to put those letters in. No, I understand, Ninja. I always say real life has to be... like, real life always has to come first. Something weird coming this way. Is that an octopus? On a cloud? That isn't. I made the cake. Leave me alone. I feel like I've missed tools for Edgar, and it's bothering me. Get him. Alright, so this should be Ultros and Typhoon then. There we go. One day they'll get here. Wow, wow, wow. I should make that into a sound alert. Wow, wow, wow. In Ultros. It's like, you're gonna get up here and fight me, Ultros, or are you just gonna piss around? Guy Octopus. This be our final battle. Oh, wow, wow, wow. That's big damage. It's still Typhon. Nice. Onga! Unable to scan. What a bunch of baloney. There, honey, you're burning through your Esper form too fast. Okay, don't do fire on Typhon. Got it. What about ice? God damn, Ultros, how much health do you have right now? Hanging by strings. Yeah, Final Fantasy 6 is secretly part of Super Mario Bros. 3. Ice? What killed Typhon? The Ice Age! Can't actually die here. God damn it. Mercy! Oh god, I forgot about this guy. I'm afraid that my condition has left me cold. You please have mercy. That's a Pokemon. I don't know why you're surprised, Ninja. It's clearly a Pokemon. Got Vito out of it. Parachutes are for the weak. Please stop shooting, Edgar. Gunship, mon. It's crazy how fast this thing is. Bearing in mind that everybody in the party currently has haste. Oh, we didn't jump, we were blown out by Typhon. We need to destroy something of it. It's doing too much damage. Hope for the best. If only we had Fighter with us, he could block the ground. Not summon. What about summons? No. Fever? Fever. Not great. Yeah. God damn it. See, this is the problem with them forcing you to use 3 characters for this section. All just so you can have Shadow in your party on the floating continent. Who's claimed to cushion the blow? Not gonna lie, that fight has always been bullshit. Right after Typhon, right after Ultros and Typhon, with 3 party members, it's always been bullshit. What can I do against it? I'll say, one thing I always really liked about the 3D Final Fantasy games was, like, starting with FF7, summons became an event. And that always made them so much cooler. I feel like it was just more likely to use summons in the 3D games. Just because they looked cooler. Yeah, the animations specifically. Because there'd be a whole summon animation, and then they'd all have their own specific things. Their own unique attacks and their own unique ways of delivering it. In the 2D games, it was always, okay, summon, the characters disappear, the summon appears, and it does a magic attack. Or an attack that looks like magic. And bearing in mind, summons have never been all that useful anyway. Ifrit bursting out of hell. Fever appearing from an icicle that launches out of the ground. Bahamut, like, dragging the piece of ground that the enemy is on into the sky and obliterating it. That was Neo Bahamut. Still cool. Like, they were always just cooler that way. Alright. Alright, let's do it. You talk too much, Ultros. It is neat that they brought Typhon back as a summon in 7. Typhon was weak to ice. That's understandable. I mean, it's in the ancient forest. You never have to go there. There's an area you specifically have to go out your way to get to. Either by getting a gold chocobo or by defeating Ultimate Weapon. Alright, there we go. Oh, for defeating Emerald? No. Honestly fucking kidding me with this bullshit. Alexander I can understand missing. You gotta do like a really roundabout set of just stuff in the Great Glacier. And it's really easy to just not want to do any of it when you can collapse there. That's understandable. Those puzzles, even to this day, I don't enjoy doing the Ancient Forest. And I often don't like keep an idea of what goes on in the Ancient Forest to remember how to do it. I remember the basics, but I forget a lot of the details because like, I don't care. Yeah, it's YouTube. Or just look up a walkthrough. Like, it's so much easier to deal with any of it these days. Yeah, I appreciate you being here, man. Hopefully we'll be able to get past Sky Torpedo this time. Don Drummond. Yep. Haven't gotten Thundara yet. Equipping Rama to get Thundara is dumb because it'd be faster to get it through Modoween. Alright. Alright. And Thundara. Yeah, there's worse places to be, Ninja. Worst people to be there with. Yeah, wait for another encounter. Oh, doesn't look like it. Alright. I didn't heal before this. Just wait for another encounter. Alright, round of cures. Round of cures. Alright. Alright, here we go. There's one of them down. It's a nice idea, Ninja, but we don't have any. Come on, Sabin, hit the goddamn thing. Finally. Fucking game. Proclaiming it. Big problem we've got now is that the bits absorb magic. That includes curative magic. There we go. That was with defend. So Sabin can take the bit out in a single go with Raging Fist. But we need him to actually aim at the bit, which is not a guarantee. There we go. God damn. Yeah, so the entire reason you don't get to have a fourth party member there is so that you can have Shadow here, and it's just frustrating. Use a tent. And save. And behemoths are a regular thing here. The behemoth being here, though, is kind of interesting, because it creates a false expectation. Traditionally, a behemoth is a late-game enemy. So with the behemoth traditionally being a late game enemy, if you play other Final Fantasy before this, you can believe this is going to be endgame. Alright, we'll be here when you get back, Ninja. And try and navigate the mess that is the Forgotten Continent, the floating continent. 2 behemoths. Wonderful. Gents! Excellent, the Assassin's Dagger did its work. Two plexus back. How you doing, Chance? Did you hear your music piece? Oh. Sarah's dead. Tell me a second, Chance. There we go. But 8 days, 6 days straight. We're in the middle of 8 days straight run. We've currently been streaming every day since Sunday, and the plan is to do this every day until we finish this game, with the intent of beating it by Sunday. So that we can have it done before Star Wars month. That's done. Phantom. Still working on that, but having Cure. Yeah, we're gonna grab all the characters because it'll make Kefka's tower less unbearable. Aether will be better for that. No, do this one. There we go. As has generally been the case, we've been naming everybody after the regulars in the chat. You are, of course, the womanizing king, and here is your twin brother. Who gets the Murasame? Huh. Yes. Chance and his twin brother Eknach. Oh, that's a dragon. Definitely heal Sabin. Dragons are such a pain to deal with because of that. How you doing, Chance? Good to see you. Honestly, it was originally a joke. Like, you name Edgar and Sabin, like, so close to each other. It was like, named Edgar Chance, and we were gonna name Sabin oh, shit. We were gonna name Sabin something else, but just as a quick joke, I named him Chance backwards. And then I just thought that was really funny, and stuck with it. So it's Chance and his twin brother, Eknach. Excellent, how long do you have work? And what are you doing other than streaming, because you have no internet? Monster in a box. Ah, shit. Fortunately, I came prepared specifically for this. Not for that. Or that. I forgot these guys get like 4 goddamn turns. It is so easy to forget how fast these guys are. Is it this guy? I don't think it is this guy I'm thinking of, actually. Because the thing I'm thinking of that I prepared for is a mandatory encounter. More work on the new place, unboxing stuff's a pain. Yeah, I feel that. I've still got boxes I haven't unboxed since the move. Look, the weekend on call for next week, well, I'll schedule it for. You know, I'm okay with Shadow not getting experience for this if he just doesn't get experience for this. That's fine. Yeah, I've not been streaming super consistently lately. Largely because of, like, my schedule just being all over the place. I'm streaming every day this week for a couple of reasons. One is that... Where is Sasuke? One is because I have a steady schedule this week. I'm on opens all week. So it's like, it's not great, but I'm also not like in work and then have to go to bed immediately after getting home to be in work the next day. Also because of shit like that, and me not being super consistent with the schedule because of stuff like that and exhaustion and just not feeling like doing anything, I feel like we've not been streaming enough lately. So I wanted to get back into it. And it's like, okay, so on Sunday I just had a thought. Like, let's do an RPG and see if we can do it in a week. There's like big motivation to push me to actually stream. And I was like, what can I do? Chrono Trigger, Paper Mario. I started this on Sunday and then was like, and then stopped it really quick and was like, I'll do FF7. And then decided not to do that. Because, like, it'd be a modded stream and we'd have a bunch of cool stuff on it. But I kind of want to save all of that visual surprise for when we do the new threat mod. So, in the end, Final Fantasy VI. Hey, how you doing, Flame? Yeah, you've not been able to stream for like 3 weeks, have you, Chance? Corruption reference. Well, you might not have seen it actually, but we did stream this last year. A little series we've been having the idea of. If you're just gonna snort me out of the fucking battle, I'm not even gonna waste the health on you. We started this last year with Clem. Whole series idea we had, because Clem doesn't like FF6. So the idea was like, let's go through the entire game with Clem and discuss like the good and the bad, the points he doesn't like, where I think it works, stuff like that. Unfortunately, that stream had to end like right before the end. Because I lost my SSD on my computer, so I lost all the save data. I lost the saves for that, I lost the saves for Suikoden, which we were doing. I've lost the saves for a bunch of other stuff because of that. Like, Eternal Darkness. Lost the save for that. Nice. It's an interesting thought, Flame. I had considered FF9. I've been in discussions with Clem about doing another game like that. And Clem's on board. It's about setting up the time around like me wanting to do other stuff with other people anyway. Thanks, Ben. Welcome back. Like, had discussions with Clem, and it's like, FF9 would be a good one. We both really like 9. We suggested FF10. I've suggested FF12, but like, Clem hates it. I never finished 12, and my thought with that is I should probably actually finish 12 before we do a critical discussion on 12. But FF4 could be interesting, because I don't like FF4. But that's going to be about, like, how well does Clem know FF4? Because, like, Clem doesn't like FF6, but he's beaten it several times. He he has like he has the experience with FF6 to bring across his points. Just Blind Rush 12. My question with that is like, do I do it on stream or not? Where am I going? This place is always a fucking mess. Yeah, FF4 is an interesting idea, but because the whole point of the critical discussion idea is like discussing the game as a whole critically, the good points, the bad points. We both have to know the game to a good extent. Dropping Alien Vendetta, I can't believe it's taken you literal months to actually say it. But yeah, FF4 is an interesting idea, and consider it. If we do, it's the only game we would have considered that I don't like. Because like I say, we've discussed 9, and we both really like 9. Though, I admit 9 has its flaws, and Klim would definitely admit that as well. Same with 10. Like, we both really like FF10. Slaughter map. Ooh. Yummy. I love a good slaughter map. But they have to be good slaughter maps, you prick. And like, that's the hard part. Good slaughter map. Interesting. Been really thinking for like probably a year at this point about getting a tattoo myself, but if I'm gonna do it, I want a full sleeve. And then it's about like, what do I go with? And I wouldn't commit to just one game like that. I couldn't commit to one game for an arm. That's interesting. I mean, to be fair at this point, Chance, it's really kind of... There was the point when everybody was like, FF7's so overrated. And it was the cool thing to hate on FF7. And I feel like we're at that point now with 9. Is FF9 so loved and people love to talk about it? I feel like it's cool to hate 9 now. I don't hate 9. I think... I said this in Klim's stream recently. I think FF9 is probably objectively the best of the PS1 trilogy. Don't get me wrong, I'll always love 7 more, but I think 9's probably objectively the best. Can Archviles revive Cyber Demons and Spider Masterminds? You don't see them together in official Doom mods, so... I'm not entirely sure. The FF9's great. You frick? Where's my echo screen? They revived the entire ass, fair enough. It's why Archviles are so hated. But, you know, if you find a wad, morally correct and FF2. Am I like... There's gonna be a point in my life where I'll just be like, I would rather play FF2 than FF4. I can feel it. Oh, it's absolutely understandable, Chance. Like, Misa... Like, I admit, my love of... My love of FF7 is entirely personal and subjective. I think 9 is the better game, but... FF7 is the one I prefer. It's the one I'll go through more often. I'd rather play DMC 2 than FF4. I'm not even gonna joke about that. I'd rather play DMC 2 than FF4. I'll say that to Megumi. I'll go to Megumi's house and say it to her face. You won't even know why I'm there. I'll just walk into a house and be like, Megumi, I'd rather play Devil May Cry 2 than Final Fantasy 4. And she will not understand what's going on and will be very confused. Oh, okay. Well, then she'll definitely not understand and be very confused. I hate these things with Life Shaver. I can't run because they've got me pincered. Wait, why is Life Shaver healing me but killing them? Is the Phoenix down on her? I brought you back. Less of this complaining. Yeah, hell, you're going to be in the endgame. You have to be. You're one of the 3 mandatory characters. Which means the more experience I can give you, the better. Raspanos, most definitely. Honestly, getting Raspanosmos is specifically preparation for, the Cultist Tower. Who has Carbuncle? Oh, there we go. I don't think I was saying anything about finding a ward. I said something along the lines of, they never put Archviles together with Spider Masterminds and Cyber Demons in official Doom mods. Well, that's gone. Then they did in Plutonia? I don't know. I feel like they didn't, but I could be wrong. Secret, yeah, that could be believable. Plutonia knew how to use Archviles in, like, the worst way. And, like, you've got to be really into just the idea of Plutonia to fully enjoy it, but they used it. They used them really well. Go to it is absolutely a shit show. Go to it is like the premier standout classic slaughter map. Absolute perfection. Amazing. Never have existed. Yeah, that's basically it. Like, they knew how to use Archviles. You put them together with the worst enemies to make them constantly respawn, revive, and keep the Archviles out of sight. It's such an interesting, unique idea for, like, 95. Like, props to them. That's the kind of mad lad genius thinking that got a man a job at Valve. Has to be an open arena. An open arena with like a dozen enemies between you and them. Like, for whatever faults it has, Plutonia is smart. It knows exactly what it's doing. Every effort to screw you over isn't bad design. It's not overstuffing areas with enemies. It's very deliberately, carefully designed. And that's what makes it fun over, like, a lot of lesser slaughter maps. That it is so very carefully designed. Where was I going? Oh, yeah. Someone learned gravity. That one hit scan, it's like, oh yeah, cool. What do we got? A Baron of Hell in front of you. 2 Barons of Hell behind you. And behind those, 1 shotgunner. Why? Because fuck you. Biggest threat's always the hit scanner. The biggest threat, the most dangerous enemy in Doom 1 is the shotgunner. And if you're playing on Ultra Violence, you'll see that guy in the first level. And if you're playing PlayStation Doom on Ultraviolence, instead of that first shotgunner you see, you will see a chain gunner. Oh, chain gunners are absolutely worse. But chain gunners don't appear in Doom 1, they're a Doom 2 edition. Which is why when you play PlayStation Doom on Ultraviolence, it's such a surprise to see chain gunners in the first level. Thanks, Ben. We have a quote about chain gunners in the first level of PlayStation Doom somewhere. Oh, Bane's dead. I'm running out of Phoenix Downs. For Sabin's moves. It's one of the really nice quality of life features that the Pixel Remaster has. We are playing the Pixel Remaster. Shit. It's worth noting that there's a good amount in this that is actually modded. So not everything is just, oh yeah, Pixel Remaster. Because I've said before, I think a lot of the presentation of Pixel Remaster isn't great. But in terms of actually playing it, I think Pixel Remaster is probably the best version now. And if you are going to mod it, like, it's probably just the best version. Like, these character sprites are all modded. Yeah, I think the character sprites specifically are from Final Fantasy Record Keeper. Although I know Terra's sprite at least has been modified to give her her original hair color and dress. Because the Record Keeper sprite changes her to be blonde. Yeah, the standard sprites for the game are... I don't think it's that they're smoother, that's the mobile port, and like the original PC version that was a mobile port. I think the colours are more washed out. Like, they definitely don't pop as much as this one. Not really a fan of the art style. What, Amano's? Because I can understand that. Well, it's the thing, it's the weird thing, really. The Amano artwork was always there. Terra was always blonde in the Amano artwork. But in the actual game, she had green hair. But then every time Terra appears outside of the game, she has blonde hair. And the FMV they made for the PlayStation version, the FMV opening, depicts Terra with blonde hair. So every time they've had the option to redo Terra outside of the original game, they've always done her blonde for some reason. I always preferred Terra with green hair. I think it's more visually interesting. And the blonde hair makes her stand too close to Celes, in my opinion. Plus, like Flame said... No, I'm sorry, like Chance said, there are enough blondes. Edgar's blonde, Sabin's blonde, Celes is blonde, I think Realm is blonde. Blonde hair on a Super Famicom box art. Yeah, it's because it's the Amano artwork. Amano drew her with blonde hair. Like I say, every time they've remade Terra outside of the original game, they've depicted her with blonde hair for some reason. It makes you wonder if green hair isn't, like, the green hair on Terra isn't just a mistake that they've kept because, like, it's just how people became more familiar with her. I imagine Bannon probably was blonde, it's just, at this point, a darker blonde. Is this optional or is this continue? That a thing. Like, if blonde was specifically a thing, like, if it did a thing like Digital Devil Saga does, where Sarah having black hair is a very specific thing, it's unusual, it stands out, then fair enough. Because, like, oh yeah, Terra is half Esper, half human. So having her have a different hair colour than everybody else would work with that. Or if it was a thing of people with magic or Magitech infusion, like magic and or Magitech infusions, were blonde, sure, but Edgar and Sabin are both blonde. If it was only Terra and Celes and Kefka. But that's not the case, so Terra having green hair makes her stand out more, as she's supposed to. And suggests the inhuman quality of her having... like, being half Esper. Alright. I would absolutely jump back onto the ship and then go and buy more Phoenix Downs if it didn't mean we're going to start right at the beginning of this place. I should do it anyway. 3 Phoenix Downs. This always bothers me. No, I have no right to fight either side, not after I sold myself to the Empire. Shadow is literally a mercenary. That was always the entire point. Like, oh yeah, Shadow is a mercenary. He's introduced as the guy who would slit his mother's throat for a nickel. The ability to warp to saves. Remaster. I'm always hesitant about the ability to just walk between save points like that, though. specifically because of the way it worked out so poorly in Dark Souls 2. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's reasonable. It should be enough. Seriously, absolutely despise that it's like, oh, you can only have 3 party members, specifically because Shadow is here. So goddamn dumb. That's fair enough. My real problem with it in Dark Souls was, in Dark Souls 2, was that, for one, the game wanted you to go back to areas you'd seen before later in the game. It was like, cool, I don't remember where any of these specific areas are, because I've been teleporting between areas since I unlocked bonfires. Every time I get to a bonfire, I don't have to go through the area between bonfires, I can just go to bonfires. It also added the really dumb idea of oh, you can teleport back to the main hub area, so you can only level up there. So it's like, cool, you get to a bonfire, and instead of leveling up at the bonfire, you now have to teleport back to the hub and speak to a character to level up, and then teleport back. So all it did was change it so leveling up now takes 2 loading screens. And it was like, cool, who thought this was a good idea? So goddamn dumb. The way the doll activates in Bloodborne always irritates me. It's like, cool, you can't level up until you gain a point of insight. Cool. How long will that take? Depends on how good you are and whether or not you go in the right direction to start with. Great. What did I have equipped on him earlier? Prayer beads. Absolutely despise that as an idea. I'm sorry, it seems like I missed something Chant said. Music in area is not feeling distinct enough. Yeah. I've said that kind of thing. I've said that kind of thing with modern games before, I feel like the big push for them to all be able to have full orchestral scores means that you can still... It means that rather than focus on creating unique and memorable melodies, they just have like, oh, these big atmospheric orchestral scores on it. You go, oh, and then never think about them ever again. Meanwhile, something like this, it's not just because I've heard it so many times, it's because it's a melody with a strong focus on the melody that I can be like, because it has the melody. Breath of the Wild was so lifeless. Makes me think of a thing Eurogame put out maybe a month or so ago. It was like, oh cool, Breath of the Wild is still the best game on Switch, and it's like, no it fucking isn't. Breath of the Wild is not some high benchmark to surpass. Breath of the Wild was a tech demo, and a bad tech demo. It captured our imaginations, and then did nothing with that. Yeah, you have to go through a Hunter's Dream every time you want to teleport everywhere else. I do think generally that more modern music with the big focus on the more modern video game music with the big focus on orchestral scores over melody leaves them less memorable. Battle of the Big Bridge is an interesting one. I'm always like, like the start of Battle on the Big Bridge, never been fond of it. Where it just sounds like he's running his fingers up and down the keyboard. And then once he stops doing that, he gets really goddamn good though. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's a big part of the reason why we can remember all these older... There is no way I can lose. Take it, take. Tell me I have to do all of this again. Yeah, apparently it's my affiliate anniversary. Affiliate anniversary. Yeah, what was I saying? I forgot. Seek distracted me. But yeah, I can remember basically every track from Final Fantasy VII. And tell you exactly where it plays. Chance, how dare you ban this man for swearing? Thanks for the bits, T. Chance. Thanks for the bits, Chance. Fine, nobody noticed. Yeah, I can remember like every track from Ocarina of Time. I'm just trying. Every track from A Link to the Past. Part of it is having played them so much. Like, there are tracks that just stand out more. And even in more modern renditions, I think what helps is for a lot of the tracks that we remember, for them to start off with a big focus on melody. I do wonder if it wouldn't be a better idea for more modern video game composers to start off creating the music track they want for an area in MIDI. It's like, hey, imagine you're making Final Fantasy VI. Imagine you're using the sound limitations of Final Fantasy VI. Make your music track for this area with those sound limitations. Cool, you've now had to really focus on creating a strong melody. Now orchestrate it. And that's why you get stuff like memorable musical pieces in Breath of the Wild literally only climbing Hyrule Castle, where it starts playing what feels like a medley between Zelda's Lullaby and I think it was Ganon's theme or Hyrule Castle. It was a medley between two. It's been a long time since I've done it. You just can't remember. That's absolutely true. 3 years straight. I played Breath of the Wild for like a month. Like a month straight. I did Breath of the Wild to not 100% completion because I don't want to do that. But I did all the shrines. Zelda's Lullaby and Hyrule Castle, yeah. I associate Zelda's Lullaby with Zelda. I consider it Zelda's theme at this point. Dancing. Yeah, I did Breath of the Wild to like all the shrines done. Which, God, that was such... It's probably a big part of the reason why I don't like Breath of the Wild that much anymore. Because I did a lot of it. And the more I did, the more obvious how shallow it was. $120 shrines wasn't a good number. Especially not when they're all so samey. It's like the most interesting parts of Breath of the Wild, the bits that stood out to me, were the... Alright, thanks for joining us, Flame. You take care of yourself, buddy. We'll catch you later. The parts that stood out to me were the shrine quests, where the whole quest was getting to the shrine. And then, like, there was a whole thing about doing it, like the Forest of Darkness, Eventide Island. Thank you, Flame. You take care of yourself, man. Like, all of that stuff, because that was interesting stuff. Everything else was just, like, go through the same assets, the same style of environment, and do physics puzzles, I guess. Or fight a robot. And that was it. And it's really disappointing that out of, like, 120 shrines, they only do something interesting with the shrine quests to get there, like, 15 times, if that. I didn't do all of that. I wouldn't do all 900 seeds, like, honestly, fuck that. Absolutely not. None of that nonsense. And said screw it and did the rest. I did less than half and then thought, you know what? I'm close enough, so I did the rest. Honestly though, like, the big problem with Breath of the Wild is there's just not a whole lot to it. It's bland. It's a tech demo more than anything else. And it's not a good tech demo because the tech itself isn't great. Like, for the love of God, don't play Breath of the Wild on a warm day or your Switch might catch fire. Main Wii U game. I also did it on Wii U. I have not finished it on Switch. Mile wide and inch deep. That's a good analogy, T. Thank you. I will refrain from comparing it to anybody's mother. Sure, all your mothers are nice people. Except for the ones of you who I know that aren't. Yeah, I don't want to do it again. It's like when the Champions Ballad DLC finally came out. And I was like, cool, I have the game on Switch now, and I bought the expansion pass on Switch. Oh, you've got to have defeated all 4 Divine Beasts to access it? Well, I guess I'll just get it on Wii U then. Because I wasn't doing that again. Like, you want a true example of how shallow Breath of the Wild is? You know what else I have on my Switch? Like, you know what else I have on my Switch? I have Skyrim on my Switch. And I've put a lot of time into Skyrim on PS3. Ah, shit. Got my money on Wii U, I'm good for now. Yeah, that's fair. I put a lot of time with Skyrim on PS3. I put maybe another 20 hours into it on PC. And then I put like maybe another 70 into it on Switch. Which is so much more than I put into Breath of the Wild on Switch. Why is that? Because for all, like, I'll complain about Skyrim, absolutely. Absolutely goddamn, there's so much to complain about with that. But Skyrim has depth. There's stuff to do in Skyrim, there's stuff to do, and there's stuff to do differently to how you did it previously. If you go in if you just walk in a different direction in Skyrim, you'll probably find something more interesting if you choose a different direction in Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is a fun game until you realise how there is not really anything there. Like, the main thing I hope for from Tears of the Kingdom is that there's an actual game beneath it, and not just look at the cool things we've done with the engine, and also this one dungeon that we've redone 4 times. The most interesting part of Breath of the Wild was absolutely Hyrule Castle. like for Tears of the Kingdom to have dungeons. Cool, I don't need more mechanics in Tears of the Kingdom. I would like actual gameplay. Yeah, the stupidity will come from that, and that Nintendo will then immediately patch out because you're not playing it the way they wanted you to. It's like, hey, remember when you could put a metal crate into a minecart and then jump on the metal crate and lift the minecart with magnetics? And then Nintendo patched that out because it was too much fun. What was I doing? Fuck off. Yeah, this whole idea that Breath of the Wild is the best game on Switch, it's really not. It's... At that point, especially with the unintended stuff like that, it means the best part of Breath of the Wild was essentially the Minecraft-like stuff. The weird, crazy stuff you never would have thought of. The interesting stuff, the stuff that could necessarily go outside the intended mechanics. Which Minecraft always embraced, and Nintendo always says, no, you're doing it wrong. But that's always been Nintendo. You play their games the way they tell you to play them. So good, I don't think Nintendo realized how good dimension it made. Cool, now if only they could optimize it. Like, it really bothers me that there's the whole thing with... Oh yeah, the Switch Lite and the Switch OLED coming out. And it's like, yeah, cool, they've... And the Switch models that had the specific revision to the hardware so you couldn't just hack them on at hardware level. And Nintendo was like, oh yeah, no, this... It's a new model with a better battery. And it lists, like, average battery times, and then there's a specific one that's like, what if you're playing Breath of the Wild, your battery's life is going to be way shorter? Like, why? Because it's poorly optimized. Because Nintendo didn't actually make it run properly. Which is why the Switch feels like it's going to explode when you play it. You know, it frustrates me that we're 6 years out from the release of Breath of the Wild, and it's still a full-priced game. Or, if you live in the UK, it is above full price. I saw the OLED and was like, cool, I hate playing the Switch in handheld mode because it's an uncomfortable piece of shit. I'm not going to buy another one to be more I think it's slightly bigger. Because I'm not going to buy another one. To play in a way that I really don't like, for the sake of a slightly better looking screen. Yeah, the standard retail price for video games is £50. Breath of the Wild is £60. So is Smash. I've not been paying attention to health. You see, you want to know how dumb the whole thing is? I have a Switch Lite specifically for if I want to play Switch games portable. Yeah, where the discounts are absolute shit. Best you get is a 33% discount. Cool, how much is that? £45 basically. Yeah, I have a Switch Lite specifically for the sake of playing in handheld mode. It's more comfortable, it's smaller, it doesn't have the awful Joy-Cons. Because, like, let's be fair, the Joy-Cons are garbage. It's still bigger than I would like for a handheld. I think if the Switch Lite had the ability to connect to the dock, like connect to the TV through the dock, it would be the best version of the Switch. But no, Nintendo took that out. The Joy-Cons are awful. Like, they are some of the worst. They are probably the worst first-party controllers I have ever used. They're so uncomfortable. They're so flimsy. The fact that they're so heavily prone to Joy-Con drift, just to analog stick drift, and Nintendo still refuses to admit that's a problem. All the concessions that are made in the Switch design for the sake of it being both handheld and a TV console. And the result is that it's not great as either. One of your Joy-Cons starting to drift, yeah? Oh, cool. And when they're as expensive as they are as well. If you're willing to, like, if you're willing and able to do a little bit of DIY chance, don't mind, like, big if for the Joy-Cons, because they're so... I remember there was the whole thing when people were trying to fix them to begin with. And, like, they're so easily just broken permanently because they're absolute shit. But if you're willing to do a little bit of DIY, look into Hall sensor analog sticks. Advertised as being drift-proof. Only person scared of diving into them is fair. Like, they're... Hall sensor sticks are advertised as being drift-proof. The specific point of them is that they are magnetic. They use magnetics to protect the analog movement. Work with Splatoon. Does Splatoon demand gyro access? If it's dumb, if it does, that's dumb. I always turn that off. Oh. That's cool to see Nintendo gimping their games again to force you to use motion control. Same way they did with Mario Odyssey. Enemies that are shorter than your waist. Yeah. Alright. Ultimate weapon. Funny you mentioned that, Bane. Bear with me while I focus a second. Anyway. So yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, Bane, because we know Atma was specifically a mistranslation of Ultima. Fuck off, Shaun. And then it's why is Shadow even here? Shadow being here serves no purpose. Especially when they bring him out of your party and then Sellers will come and join for this cutscene. Yeah, we know Atma is a mistranslation of Ultima. And then Ultimate Weapon would later become known as Ultima Weapon. I think because of the specifically different designs and the recurring nature, Shadow, and the recurring appearances of Ultimate Weapon, I think for the sake of differentiation, we should call this one Atma Weapon and the FF7 version Ultimate Weapon. I think it's the better idea. Behold how Emperor Gestal, for the last time, doesn't look like he has dog ears. Yeah, it's almost like Sellers should have been forced into our party instead of Shadow. It's Count Triforce. The three... Well, it's not even three goddesses, it's Goddess, Demon, and Fiend. The term Atma has reappeared in the series. Like Bane says, the reference in FF10, Atma weapons are a specific form of the relic weapons in FF14. It's one of those things, like mentioned previously, just lines that become somewhat mimetic, that kind of transcend the game that they come from. Like FF4 is the best example with You Spoony Bard, which has been in every localization of the game since the original. Or Persona 1, with the Mark Dance Crazy line, which returns in the PSP localization. Why don't I give you and Kefka the task of creating progeny to populate my new Magitech empire? Cool. Let's live in a dystopia ruled over by dog-ears McFuckface here and bang a clown. Well, there's not enough. Up yours, clown face. It's interesting in just like the scope of the entire game that this seems to be the first time Kefka's genuinely caught by surprise. And this is where he truly loses his temper. I didn't skip any of that, that went by really fast. Take your places, everybody. This is actually an interesting point with this localization, because this implies that Kefka doesn't betray Emperor Gestal. Kefka loses his patience after Celeste stabs him and goes to take the power. And Emperor Gestal tries to kill Kefka for it. And yeah, it's likely this was Kefka's plan all along, except for being stabbed. Power of my dog ears and this magic. Meltdown, not Merton. But yeah, like, this seems to imply that Kefka doesn't betray Gestal. Gestal tries to kill Kefka. And it's just that Kefka is further along the curve than Gestal realizes. I still think this sprite works better for Gestal. The hair looks more like hair and less like dog ears. I like that it kept this line though. This is from the original. So you see, Bane, like, Kefka kicks him off, you watch him fall down and hit the ground, and then you say, damn, he ain't gonna be in the sequel. He ain't gonna be in Final Fantasy VI too. Just stabbed him again. You might be like, oh, this is the purpose Shadow serves. This is why Shadow has to be here. And it's like, this role could have been filled by literally anybody. Like, this whole thing, based on our previous knowledge of Shadow, feels so out of character. From the mercenary who would slit his mama's throat for a nickel, to like, remorseful for having worked with the Empire. It's like, what? Alright, let's do this. God damn it, of all the characters to freeze, it had to be Sabin. Yeah, we should be here when you get back, Chance. We'll see. I need to equip Celis. Oh, the time isn't going down on the menu. That's appreciated. Good, I never unequipped Celis. Go. Yeah, we're probably going to save Sid. Even though, honestly, I think the more reasonable end is for Sid to die. I think it fits the story better. I think the story works better if Sellers tries to kill herself and just fails. And then the hope brought forth by just chasing a desperate dream. The Locke might be alive. I think it's more interesting that way. Yeah, I appreciate that chance. There we go. I hate the trap on that chest. That if you try and go for that chest, like, it just blocks you like that. But if you don't go for that chest and go around instead, you can get it. It's so dumb. Okay, so not fire. Okay, so just not magic. Well, we got time. This is also dumb. This isn't something you're going to find without either being incredibly lucky or looking up a guide. Yeah, probably. I keep being tempted to buy a Steam Deck, but I've got literally no good use for one. It's too big to really take anywhere. It's too valuable to really take anywhere. I wouldn't even take it downstairs because I don't really sit downstairs. When I'm at home, I'm sat here doing whatever on my computer or like anything else. It's a nice idea, but I have no good use for it. I just love the idea of as an emulation system, it is so powerful as an emulation handheld. Like, the closest to perfect you're gonna get for GameCube and PS2 emulation on a handheld. But it's also huge. Plus, then there's the fact that you can actually play PC games on it. Alright, here we go. Honestly, fuck Shadow as a character. It's like, yeah, you're never gonna figure this out. I don't think that background lines up with anywhere on the world map. That was always brutal. Like, the guy falls in and the earth just closes again. Like, so fast. Hang on. He said, hang on. This was always a cool shot, but it doesn't work because you go over, by this point you've been all over the world and you know the world isn't that big. But it's a cool shot. One of the main things I think really sells the desolation of the World of Ruin is how almost everything on the world map is either desert or rock. Seriously, this is like the worst Sid design. It's like, hey, what if he had a raincoat? I've been asleep for a year, but I can walk just fine. My muscles did not atrophy because of Magitech. Maybe it rains a lot. I'm a bit knackered. Where's tea? I don't know. Don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Flung themselves from the northern cliffs in despair. It is a very unique word. You'd think I'd remember it. All of a sudden, I have a granddaughter and I'm 3 days away from retirement. It's a good thing Sellers woke up at this point. Because if she didn't, then, like, what would Sid do? He'd die. And then what would Sellers do? They made this area a lot bigger for this Pixel remaster. In the original, it's just one screen. So you can come down from here and immediately see if the fish you want are here. You know what? I'm going to throw it up to chat. It's in the critical discussion playthrough. We did save Sid. I'm going to throw it up to chat. Should Sid live or die? Kill Sid. Every time I give Bane one of these choices, he always chooses violence. Violence, death, and the evil. What does Chance think? Kill Sid 2. The Quickening. Alright. Better than a dog's death. You're gonna die of eating bad fish. The one I want's this one. You know what? I feel like you can go much deeper in it in this version. Yeah, without looking up a guide, it's so unintuitive what you're supposed to do. Like, just getting fish, cool. Is this accomplishing anything? Oh, his dialogue changed. Cool, what does that mean? Just keep doing it? There are no fish here. Like, it's such bad design. Is Sid gonna die already? Oh, he hasn't moved. Oh, he's dead already. I wonder if they shortened the time for this version. Gave him 2 fish. It's interesting that the opera theme becomes Sellers' theme. Also, this is absolutely beautiful rendition. I'm surprised that we're allowed to keep this in the Super Nintendo version. This is where I slowly fade to black. And, like, it's the end of the stream. I even die right. Good job, everybody. We saved the day. The birdseed. See, honestly, story-wise, I think this works much better than Sid surviving. Because Sid survives is like, yeah, cool, I have a raft downstairs, you go, search the world for hope. But here it's like, Phyllis tries to kill herself, fails, sees a bird wrapped with Locke's bandana, and it's like, any hope, the smallest spark of hope, and that turns everything around. And I think it looks so much better for the story. Except let's leave with the on purpose, yeah. How am I supposed to get this raft out? also emphasizes, in particular, like, the low point. The World of Ruin, especially the beginning of the World of Ruin, is supposed to be the lowest point for everybody. And so for Celes to wake up and just turn everything around single-handedly is kind of cliched, doesn't really fit with Celes' character. And is just dumb. Which is why they ripped that idea off again in Final Fantasy 15. Oh yeah, we were all just waiting for you to wake up to save us all. Save yourself first. It's a year. Like Sid said very specifically, been asleep for a year to the day. So it's very specifically a year. Dallas, you gotta stop passing out. And now we fade to black. I kind of like this rendition, though. Like, honestly, though, I love the turnaround between World of Balance and World of Ruin. Like, World of Ruin is desperately searching for hope, and that hope is in finding your friends. There's not even really a true goal beside that. Head out into the world, try and find the people you care about. Why? Because it's all you have. You know, I'm still going to call it Fun Barber, and I recall specifically saying during the critical discussion, I think Doomgaze is a better name than Deathgaze. Thing in the background of the Emperor's painting. I have to remember that. Yeah, this part of FF6, I know some people aren't as fond of it, they think it's like the weakest part of the game. But I really like how it ends up working out. You've been all over the world, you've fully explored the world, and now the world is different. Explore again, try and find... Specifically explore. Try and find your friends. Try and find everybody. I like it. don't like only having one party member, though. Why do sellers have such low health? Man, ethers are expensive. Good day. Yes, yes. Honestly, I'm a little surprised that they just let you go in the shops at this point, rather than just specifically saying, there's no time, go over there. Hey, Ekdach. Alright. It's Guile. Da 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 da. Ba-dow, ba ba da ba da. Ba-dow, ba da ba 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 da ba ba. Oh no. With only one party member, it's absolutely not worth fighting any of the enemies here. But Sabin's the first character you can find. You could try and do something else. It's like, who... After Sabin, the first character you'll find will be Edgar. But there's a lot to go through before you actually get to bring Edgar with you. And you don't want to go through that much of the game with only one character. Yeah, it's just my notifications sound on my phone. Red sword. Yeah, definitely equip it then. The blood sword is absolutely broken in FF2. Like, honestly, the best thing to do with FF2 is to have the blood sword. Run! Absolutely. I gave Teak that advice back when he was doing FF2. It served him well. Yeah, I think you can end up dual wielding them. Seriously? Yeah, absolutely worth, like, just grabbing Saban as soon as you can. Like, the sooner you get a full party here, the better. I think it's a missed opportunity here in the Pixel Remaster to give Saban his own theme. By that, I really mean, like, his own rendition of this theme. Because Edgar and Saban's theme always felt like it fits more with Edgar than Saban. Baba. Fun Baba. Actually a fair point, let me equip Saban. Hermes sandals and a black belt. On Baba. Be a good idea to have teleport. That's fair enough, Chance. We're also going to be heading out now anyway. I can't really stream much longer. We got close to 3 hours though, so that's good progress. So, the world has ended. We gotta go explore a whole new world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. I like having the map there, though, at this point, because it really does show you, like, just how different the world looks now. And also that the Serpent Trench looks like a serpent. Never got that before. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to pop in, Chance. Good to see you again. But yeah, that's going to do it for us today. We're back tomorrow with more Final Fantasy VI as we dive into the world of Ruin. I'm unsure whether I'll be doing it in the afternoon or if I will just like take a nap after I get home from work and then just have a longer stream. And a good day to you too, Chance. But we will be back with more of this tomorrow. As we head into the weekend and try to get this done before, like, the end of Sunday. We're not going to be rushing it. We're not going to, like, get Setzer and then immediately take on Kefka's Tower, though. Like, we're going to get everybody, we're going to do it properly. So we expect longer streams on Saturday and probably Sunday. And also tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to do it for us today. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Chance, Dane, Ninja, Flame, Teak. Thank you so much for joining me and keeping me company. Like I say, back tomorrow, either in the afternoon or just in the evening. Depends on whether I take a nap in the afternoon after work so that I can stream longer in the evening without falling asleep. So yeah, there's not really much else to say except thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.